Okay, I'm going to pull some cards and I want to look at what can you tell me about democracy here. What about democracy? You know, we've kind of teetered on the edge. We have 45, the dictator wannabe, okay? We have the QAnon, off the wall, uber right, that would rather have a dictator, okay? So what about democracy? Okay, we've got, oh, this is the first time this has ever come up. Crowd surfing. Crowd surfing. Ooh, never saw that card before. It's always interesting when you've had a deck, you know, and you've got certain cards that come up all the time, and then all of a sudden there's a card that you've never seen before that pops up out of there. And this is one of those times, crowd surfing. What about democracy? What's going on with democracy now? The key. Crowd surfing, okay. So part of it, you know, what I'm getting right away is we need to, you know, look at which way things are going. We need to put things out there. We need to have people understand what's going on. Good fortune, okay? Okay. The key is to get people involved so they see exactly what's going on rather than just thinking that everything's fine. Democracy is fine. Nothing's ever going to happen to it, okay? What's known is, you know, we have the wish-fulfilling card, okay? You know, people want the good things. We also, the wish-fulfilling card, the happy merchant card can be also the happy merchant card, is, you know, that there are some that think America's for sale, okay? Okay, the challenge is the shadow side, okay? The challenge is the shadow side. There are those that want to do away with democracy. We have those like Bannon, who's an anarchist, just tear everything down, okay? He was the one that was in place that is helping to guide 45, as well as Miller, Stephen Miller, the Jewish Nazi. It's what I call him, the Jewish Nazi. Every time I see him, I just see his former life with the scar on his face as an SS person, okay? And he's still in that same mindset here. Even making him Jewish did not help anything, okay? He's still locked in that. And yeah, going forward, we have the star, 45. We have that mentality that America's for sale, okay? America's for sale. That's his mentality. That's the shadow side. They're about money, and, you know, the key is just get the people, you know, crowd surfing. We're going to jump out there, and we're going to put it out there, and but we've had the good fortune so far to make it through, but we have to enlighten people. We have to get them to be able to see what's the key to democracy, and surrounding it, we have, you know, surrounding this door, we have to make sure that while the door is open to others, okay, that we remain the place a melting pot. We have to show what's surrounding it. We have those that think America's for sale, shadow side, okay? Those like 45 that want to become the dictator in chief, okay? He is absolutely, you know, in awe of ones like Putin, the dictators. He used to keep Mein Kampf by his bed, even though he doesn't read. Okay, the guy doesn't read, but that's his mentality. One's like Hitler, okay? Hitler was able to stir up the crowd. Hitler was able to get them on his side. He was able to, the Khan. So those are the people he looks up to. Ones that can snap their finger and cause somebody's death without repercussion, okay? Those that can con a whole country of people into doing their bidding, okay? So we have to be aware, what the key is to keeping good fortune, we've got the good fortune that we're still an open and free country, okay? And again, we have to look at the crowd. What's being jumped out? What is being supported? What are people supporting? Because crowd surfing is somebody that jumps out in the crowd and they're supporting that. They're supporting that person. Who is being supported? Okay? So we have to be mindful of ones. We can't just blow off things like QAnon, MAGA, okay? We can't just blow it off. If we want to stay free, we want to have that key, we want to keep that door open, we have to be mindful of what's there. That above it, there are those that would sell the country for their profit, okay? Not knowing that they're selling themselves down the way as well, okay? We have to be aware of that shadow, okay? The shadow that's trying to rule from fear. We have to be aware of those like 45 that come in, I'm the star and I can do whatever I want, okay? I've got money, I can buy and sell the country, okay? So this is something it's telling us today. The key is to keep the door open, okay? Keep free. This is about our freedom. The cage, open the cage. Let this be, continue. If we want our good fortune, that we need to be continually aware of these things and what is jumping out there, what's being supported, okay? And we need to make people aware, and we need to continue to be vigilant on this if we are going to continue to have a free country where we have immigrants coming, okay? This was not founded to be a white bread country. It was not founded, it was a place of religious freedom. Okay, not trying to become a Christian Taliban. This was a place of freedom. And if we're going to keep that freedom, we need to be mindful of the things that are coming up. What's being fed to the crowd, okay? What's being supported by the crowd. Okay, so I'm going to put a URL here for something that came out on the Lincoln Project today. So thanks for tuning in, Love and Light, and we'll see you online.